So welcome back for 53. For part two, let's try to do things a bit more dynamic. I'm going to continue use up to here, the filter tool. Then before that, pretty much everything I want to do to pass is I also prefer to pivot, then pass out things separately, then pivot back. So that's usually the strategy. To do so, we need a record ID first, make sure we can keep track the rows as they should. For the top workflow, for the from the part one, let's actually close that. Okay. Now we label them. We can start to think how we're going to handle this stuff. As before, the limiter is the pipe, so we can also use I think that's a pipe, vertical lamp. What we're gonna do some regex parsing. I think you can handle the thing with, I think you can do text column as well. So we're gonna say we're gonna use pipe, we're gonna split two rows. If you want to use regex, you can decide, okay, pipe, then you can start tokenize. We're gonna call it. That's good. So getting all the stuff. The benefit of this thing is at least make sure you get the same, well, should be getting the same column as long as the delimited number is the same. If, say, your data set is not consistent, some column may be missing, it's a blank, something's not, that just means the system is bad. They should design the delimiter better, consistent, even for the null value blank. As you can see, somewhere, no, that's not the best example. I think the last data has null value in it. Somewhere, maybe. As long as the delimiter is the same number delimiter, it's good. Even if it's not, then you assume they level land. So the first column lands the first column, second lands second column. It will be more challenging if they have a blank field, they don't keep up the delimiter, then everything will be shifted. That will cause a huge mess on the things. So usually that's to do with loading CSV file, comma separate file, but you have a text field that has a comma in it. Then you need a quotation usually in the outside to enclose the characters. That's done. We want to make sure they're in the correct order. That's a group by ID. That's the tiles tool. We can do smart adjusting tiles. Fun. We can group by ID. Smart three. I don't know why they go for -3, but either way, you have some sequence. If you're not worried about it, you can also do the unique. Yeah, probably not a unique because the unique, just in case your data has some duplication field in it, so it may not produce unique enough. In this case, I think we can do unique because for each column, the data coming should be unique. So group by record ID, unique should give the same value. I need to select the unique field. So so because we have a blank field, if you have multiple blanks, then this may cause trouble. Mhm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, tag screening, training. Yeah, it's not the best. I think the sequence got reversed on everything is reversed, so it's doable, but not the best. We don't have equal records. Equal sum, we don't need the equal sum. Just stick with smart tiles, fun. It's also a little bit fiddly for the tiles too. So you can see ID should be the first column. But still, if it's doable, then it's doable. As mentioned in part one, we have those all the red arrows. That's to do with the issue with the trims. So white space, we need to trim it. So because we have single column for the value, single on the input should suffice. So input, we trim White spaces, I'll handle the white spaces, that should be fun. We have a row with a column header, we can pivot everything back. So it's a long format, so it's long to wide, crossed up. We still have a group by this record ID, that's your row ID, keep track everything. Column, we can use sequence number. Value is the input, concatenate should be for K. Yes, we're getting pretty much all the data back. That's good. Dynamic rename as usual. So we're gonna select everything except ID number column one. It's blank. Everything else can be replaced. ID column one. So we only bump up those corresponding rows. So that's the input side. If we click the output, that's getting replaced as we should expect. The last one, we probably just want to, as before, just drop the unnecessarily the ID columns. We don't need the one and the record ID. Change those hash and blank space. That's done in part one. So I'm not going to demonstrate that for this video. We're 18 records, getting what we have. Usually, I would prefer to recommend people to use things, try to make things dynamic rather than stick to a particular column size. If you know your system output is guaranteed to say have 8 colon, 9 colon, then the previous part is fine. In the case you have things a bit more complicated, I usually prefer this method so it can handle multiple scenarios. Okay, and that is for the second part.